Hey everybody, hope all is well. Well, look on the screen. Let's go ahead and have the conversation about TJ and Amy. Okay, so ex-GMA star TJ Holmes distraught after being portrayed as a predator over affair allegations with ABC employees. Outfit Good Morning America co-anchor TJ Holmes is reportedly distraught over being portrayed as a predator after allegations of several alleged extramarital affairs came to light amid his scandalous relationship with married co-host Amy Robach, Radar Online has learned. Holmes and Robach, age 50, were both legally married when their affair was exposed after photos of the co-host on a romantic weekend getaway surfaced in November 2022. The couple had allegedly been together since August of last year. As RadarOnline.com reported, the lovers were cut loose from ABC after an internal investigation was conducted into the relationship. The accusations unearthed other inappropriate relationships that Holmes allegedly had with additional ABC News employees. After being dumped by the news network, the co-hosts have scrambled to find new gigs. While Robach walked away from GMA with a larger settlement than her beau, that's Amy, Holmes was allegedly left distraught over the future of his broadcasting career amid the scandalous allegations against him. A source close to the former ABC host revealed his turmoil in the wake of his controversial workplace romance. Now, here's my thing. Why are you acting so distraught? He's been portrayed as a predator. It kills me when these men try to act brand new, especially of this hue. Now, he may be biracial. I don't care. He's seen as a black man. So I'm not going to get into all of that. Oh, well, he's biracial. Yeah. Seen as a black man, as a minority. Okay? But that's a possibility. But here's the thing. I was kind of wondering. I said, well, I wonder if she, to save herself, was going to go ahead and play the victim, because all she has to do is put on a few tears and say, he coerced me, or I didn't want to do this, and you know what would have happened. She would have more than likely had that job back. When they pull waterworks, it normally works. Oh yeah, just start crying and I don't know, TJ, we were friends and I just so misguided, and she'd be fine. Now, she's walked away with a bigger package than TJ Holmes. That's also been reported. Not surprising. Number one, they say she's been there longer. And number two, she's a female and white. So that's no surprising. But people are saying, hey, there's a bigger package because she's been there longer and she had a larger contract. Here is TJ's first wife. Okay? He divorced her. Well, they're divorced. So here is the first wife. I can't say he divorced too. And she's an American journalist, Amy Ferson. She is the first wife. They were married in 2007, and they have 2 children. Okay, so they're divorced. Then he met the other wife. Okay, of course, his choice, a non-black woman. He met her, and I thought it was so interesting how the first wife, right here, Marilee Fiebig or Fiebig. Looks like Phoebe. Anyway, here's the second wife, a preference. The first wife to me would be a preference. Here's the second wife. And I thought about it. The first wife here, to me, she's a preference. To me, though, she just looks more, has more maybe a bit more melanated, okay, and also by her hair texture. So here he went, I would say, in my opinion, full blown preference. Okay. Then we've got Amy. Okay. Full blown preference. So we started out here with her, and then we went to, wow, this seemed maybe, just my opinion, it seemed to kind of lighten up. But this right here is the preference, okay? The estranged wife. They're still legally married, I believe, going through a divorce, perhaps. Here's the deal about that. She's the one that reportedly hired the private investigator. Mm-hmm. That's how they got the photos. And I thought about that. I said, wow, the preference have the investigator and got the photos. And I was like, if a black woman had done that, you would have had black men, child, coming out of left and right, coming out from the homes, apartments, from the jail cell, child, coming out of the ground like a groundhog, a leprechaun suit and all. Oh, she didn't have to do that. She done managed that, she done ruined that brother's career. I said, if a black woman had done that to TJ and put that out there, oh, she would be dragged by the BC. Even the mammoths would be on foot patrol. Now, she didn't have to do all that. She ruined that man's career. What she should have done was quietly divorced him. Let him keep on earning money for him and his kids. But it amazes me that they would never drag her because she's a preference. Definitely a preference. And now look. The photos are out there touching on the rear end. Now you've ruined your career. It's over. Now they've labeled you as a predator. Trust and believe, Amy, she can get a job more than likely next week. Somebody will take her on. Give it a couple of months. She got a big package. She will work again. But TJ, you're of a different hue, boo. It's not going to be as easy for you. You think? Won't be as easy for you. What's his name? And oh my God, Tavis Smiley. Has anybody else picked up Tavis Smiley? I haven't heard about a network picking him up after those sexual harassment allegations. What's Tavis Smiley doing? What network has picked up Tavis Smiley? And then he filed a lawsuit. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. Filed a lawsuit and lost. And I believe there was a judgment for the other party. Why? Because the lawsuit, the contract he signed, you weren't supposed to, in general, not quoting verbatim, but fraternizing with coworkers. That was against company policy. I was really shocked. That was against company policy. And then he tried to sue him for discrimination or what have you. He filed litigation. And they pointed that out in the contract. And he lost. It's enough you were fired. So, buddy, you're paying for your attorney, the legal fees, you're paying that. And now the opposing party, that network, has a judgment against you. I think it's $1 million plus. Who's picked up Tavis Smiley? Who? So again, Amy will work again. Give it time. She'll let it die down. Okay? She has a complexion for the protection. But this right here, you're a different hue. Good luck, boo. It may be a little minute for you. Maybe a little minute. But it amazes me. I thought, wow. So the preference is what got it going on. His preference. If a black woman had did this to him, oh, they would have been, the BC would be dragging her through the coals of fire. Drag it, then once your hose down, drag it back again. And it's his behavior. He may end up, which it doesn't matter to me, he may end up just like Travis Smiley. Playing Mr. Winky Dink. Playing Mr. Winky Dink on the job. Get fired. Then finding new work might be a little hard. But the preference set it in motion. I thought they were so agreeable, so understanding. Then I thought, I didn't get into the details of his first wife and the divorce. I thought, I bet the same thing was going on, and there may have been like little rumors, but that divorce wasn't as the details so many pronounced compared to this one here, because she went and got the investigator, and they were telling him and Amy and taking those photos. But here it says that he's distraught. Cutie pie, you're the reason why. This is what they do to you. They got you portrayed as a predator. So basically, in doing so, they're not portraying her as a predator. She's older, maybe what? I believe she's 50. Well, she looks good for 50. She looks cute. There's maybe just a small difference there. But you think about it. The preference, the wife who the preference put in motion. You embarrassed her, she gonna show you. And then the men want to cry foul. Them putting you as a predator. So basically what that's doing is kind of like a little red alert, a little red dot on you. Oh, if you hire him, he's a predator. He been playing winky dink on the job. If you hire him, he might do the very same thing. He's a liability. And both of them have already been replaced. Okay. But he's distraught. It blows my mind how some of these men are quick to play victim when what has happened to you is because of your own undoing. You did this, bro. You did this. Sure, it takes two. And I don't think the women are victims. No, I don't. I think they saw he was cute and they went for it. They might too try to get a check. Don't be surprised. Start crying and I had an affair with him and he pressured me into it. I feel so horrible. Then she gets a check. You get a check. She gets a check. She gets a check. Everybody get a check. They're setting the stage been set for you. TJ Holmes distraught after being portrayed as a predator over affair allegations with ABC, not employee, employees. You put the nail in the coffin. And now you're reportedly distraught. Reportedly distraught. And then I saw a photo of him. They were doing I guess like a relay race or a run. And I said, wow, this guy's kind of cold. He was actually reportedly in the photo standing next to Amy's husband and has his hand like giving a guy a hug on his shoulder. And I thought, wow, how cold. You are like you're friends with the dude. And you got your arm around him as if you're pals and you're playing pocket pool with his wife, pulling out Mr. Winky Dink with his wife. Really? I said, wow, this guy's a piece of work. Look at you in your face and smile. And playing Mr. Winky Dink with the man's wife. Gotcha. Huh. So I suggest, TJ, you might want to maybe get your podcast. Trust me, I'm sure you get a podcast going, it's going to work out. But it might be a minute before a new contract comes for him. I could be wrong. But I'll bet you Amy will get a contract before he will. But you're feeling distraught. And who got it started? Not the first one. She didn't get it started. The preference. So he starts out here. This is the first wife. Pretty girl, cute. Then he goes for this preference. Then he goes full-blown preference. And they were paying him handsomely at GMA. I Googled it and it was I know it was well over $1 million. He was getting paid real nicely. But, as I said before, said again, Dusties bring drama. Dusties bring trauma. The financial implication. So she probably thought, looking at her and seeing this lady here, I think biracial, has a more ethnic look, she probably thought, oh, I got TJ. I'm with him now. Girl, you got the same kind of man, the one that'll cheat. You got the same kind of dude, the same personality trait. You might be of a different slight hue, but you got the same kind of dude. He has already showed you. So this is a preference who has already certified the reference. And as a result of her certification, Dusty's bring drama, financial trauma. He's lost his job, the embarrassment. He's got a lump sum, but now his name is tainted in the industry. His name is tainted in the industry. But who did it? I thought only black women bring drama, bringing a brother to court. Who did it? The preference did it. So she has certified the Dusty behavior. Again, this is how he started out. I said, oh, okay, I see a little trajectory. Here's how he started out. Then he went, boom, go for the other preference. I'm going to preference it up. And then he went, boom. He risked it all. And for what? The educated, well-paid Dusty. Dusties bring drama. Dusties bring trauma. The financial implications, loss of income, the divorce settlement, split the assets, go live elsewhere, the children, a breakup of a family, go find employment elsewhere. Everyday Dusty, nothing new. It's a trend here. Whether they have money, the behavior is the same. And Dusty comes in all walks of life, all nationalities. Dusties bring drama, embarrassment, and trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. So let me know what you all think. I said, wow, okay, look at the change here. Boom, wife number one. Boom, wife number two. And then he went super preference and risk it all for little Amy, the affair boo. And now he's distraught. They label him as a predator. Portrayed allegedly as a predator over affair allegations. So they're trying, pretty much they've been tainting you for the next network. Again, Travis Smiley, who's picked him up? Last I checked, nobody. Haven't heard from him. Put him as a liability. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Simply Said here on YouTube, and I'm out.